Guys, this is LordEnedar, and today I am back on the lovely server of the Valar project. And today Gandalf and I are going to show you more of the Shire that we didn't cover last time.
Alright.
Okay, so let's start. Dredd is not with us today, and Tom can't talk. So let's start. Let's follow this path here and go north. So we already covered Bag End. To the south here is Hobbiton, and then if we go around Bagshot Row here, all the houses are pretty detailed, by the way. And if we go west and north, we can go, I think, yeah. So here on this path, Barrels Lane and Dreadsbeck. Gandalf, you want to ask him if he wants to join?
Yeah.
So this is on the way to the north. We have a little farm here. There's farms all over the Shire.
All hand built, may I add.
Yep. Until we can figure out a way to naturally, with using tools, make farms, as Gandalf said. So we have a hole here. There's actually quite a few barns and random, like right over here, there's a barn in the Shire. And there's some chickens in here, but not much more.
Yeah.
We have a hobbit hole built into the side of the mountain. Random hobbit. So this path, if we go north here, it will take us to just more hobbit houses and Hobbiton.
Pretty sure somewhere around here is the city limits, or whatever they call it.
The wall?
Yeah, there's like a wall.
The wall is to the west, not too far. It's the edge of the server. At least for now. The glowstone means that some more stuff has to be added to these houses, and it's just an indication of that.
So, should we show them Oakbarton then?
Yeah. Let's just go back to this path and travel north. I mean, along the path. If there is a path, which there isn't.
No. They'll just have to warp.
Or we could just, it's right up this river. This river, I don't remember the name, but it's right in the middle of the Shire. It goes to the big river, which goes to the Brandywine. So this is Oatbarton. If you didn't know, this is another city in the northern part of the Shire. These are some forges over here. And that Viney Cave, I'll talk about what that is in a second. We actually have quite a few Easter eggs on this server. That is just one of them. There's actually two in this city. One of them I made. The cave I helped with, and Scribble Maniac, or just Scrib, made the maze. And the maze, okay, the Viney Cave is part of a massive maze that runs through basically all of the Shire, which we'll probably show in a later episode when we show more of the Easter eggs.
And each city has a different style of architecture as it moves farther north and farther south. These houses look far more human than they do hobbit. And But as you move closer into the Shire, you get more hobbit holes, and as you move out, you get more housey sort of areas.
So we got a farm here, some pits. This path up here, I don't know exactly where it goes. This is road, I remember this. This road goes north to, it just runs up to Anuminous, I think, actually. Which,
Here, let me check.
If I remember right, while I was mapping.
Okay, it splits. So I'll go west.
Okay, I'll go the other way.
And then it splits again, so I'll keep following this. Yeah, but I think you're right. It leads to Anonymous. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure where the eastern path goes. Oh yeah, it does go to Anonymous as well.
All roads lead to Anonymous.
Yep. Yeah, if you look at all the roads, there's a massive network of roads on the server. We have a lot of rivers, waterways, and roads. There's multiple paths to get to one place, and it'll take a really long time to cover every single one if you were to do that.
So I think we should warp to another city.
Okay. Which one?
I forgot what it's called. I think it's, I have to check the list.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Should we just go to the city south of the Bag End? This is a
Yeah.
strange hobbit hole. Number 1 Clover Lane. And there's an outhouse here, if you guys are wondering what that is. Okay. So just go to Bag End and we'll go to the Green Dragon from there. Actually, how about go north? No, go east of Bag End, across this river.
East across the river.
Then we can just show this house.
Oh.
This is probably one of the fanciest houses in the Shire that I've seen. I have some maps in here, so if you see those are mine.
Yeah, this is, I remember this was the house that Bilbo was talking about in the books, about how it had so many halls. Now, of course, it's like the largest house in the Shire.
With the exception of Bag End, probably.
Probably. But in the books, this house, whatever it was called, I can't remember the name, is supposed to be the largest house. Now, we couldn't show all of the halls because it probably would take up too much space.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a really large house.
If you look at it from above, you can definitely see that it spreads all around this hill. And it even has a tree. There's a stand right here, and inside of here, there's actually a chest with this. And I'll get to this story eventually, or I could just say this. Let's read this book. Okay. In this very shop, Gandalf gave the One Ring to a man who was then slain by a Nazgul. All was found was this apple. So this is another Easter egg. As we said, there's plenty on here that can be found if you look close enough. So then if we go south, we find another farmhouse, which there are plenty of. Then we'll come to a bridge, which will take us into the southern part of the Shire. Okay.
Oh yeah, this one leads to Bywater.
Yeah. This is a windmill, which has its own farm. And as you can see, there's like a system in there, which is by the farmer's house. Is this Farmer Maggot? Wait.
I'm not sure. Probably is.
Yeah. So this is Bywater over here. There's Bywater and No Bottle and all that stuff.
And I don't think No Bottle's been built yet.
Yeah. I just warped to it and there's nothing. So that's something that we have yet to do. So we're at 3 Farthing Stone. We can go to Weymouth first. So it's west of the stone, I think. Yeah. So there's just more hobbit holes over here. This is Weymouth. Similar to Hobbiton in structure, it has definitely more of these housey houses. But again, like Gandalf said, they're built in a different style than other ones. This is a windmill that we have on the edge. So then, if we go back over to the stone, actually, let's go west. If we keep going here, there's a field. This goes to the edge of the server eventually, but we come to the green dragon, and if we go west from there, we'll hit the edge of the server after this fence. But if we go north of the barn and then west, we come to the swamp region in the western half of the Shire. I think this is supposed to be the Shire marshlands.
Yeah, it's Midge.
Yeah. No, Midgewater's to the east, isn't it?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I think so.
If you say so.
So then if we go back to the... Wait a minute. If we go back west, I mean east, to the 3 farthing stone, we can go to Bywater. Okay. Where are we?
Now this is Bywater. Oh, well, I was at Bywater. Bywater. Oh, this is a really old server. This is a really old part of town. I don't think we've touched this in a very long time.
So as you can see, Bywater, this is north of the stone. You pass through here to get to the southern part of the Shire, and it has, as he said, it's an older build, has about balance of hobbit holes, farms, and houses. Again, all western paths generally lead to the road. What's this building? This looks like a tavern?
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure what it exactly is called. Oh no, post storage. Post office, maybe?
Yeah, that looks like it. Post storage.
Anyway. Town hall.
Yeah. So then, if we go back to the 3 farthing stone, which, by the way, what the 3 farthing stone is, the Shire is divided into 3 districts at the time of the start of the Third Age, which is when the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit take place. Is my brightness down?
What?
My brightness was all the way down for some reason. Which is where the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings take place, when it takes place. And at the start of the Third Age, the Shire was divided into the East Farthing, North Farthing, and South Farthing. So this is where the divisions of the Shire actually intersect. I mean meet, not intersect. So then if we go east, we come to Frogmorton, which is about on the edge. We passed through here quickly yesterday. So this is Frogmorton, and from looking at it you can see that it has a lot of houses. As we're getting into the more Buckland part of the Shire, this city is pretty big, and there's a bridge to go to the north somewhere around here. We got a farm, more houses. And the difference in grass is difference in biome, jungle to plains.
Yeah, so the Shire is going to be jungle.
Yeah.
That green grass. And so different parts of the world are going to be different biomes.
Yeah, Rohan would be more like desert grass, like that light green.
Yeah.
Hey Gandalf, you ever been to the floating log?
Floating log?
Here in the Frogmorton.
Is this it?
Yep. Okay. Let's give him this, because he just saw 20 deer outside of his house. So if we continue to the east, we get into Buckland, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope, you're not.
I can see that you're nuking the Shire. We don't get into Buckland yet. We get to Bridgefield Road, so yeah, we're getting into Buckland. But there's some more stuff over here. Hey, do you know what city this is?
Yeah, but I can work you to Buckland.
There's no welcome sign. Yeah, there is. This is Whitfurrow. This is Whitfurrow. So if we continue east of Whitfurrow, we will get into Buckland. Where are we?
Buckland.
Wait. Whitfurrow. Let me go east from Whitfurrow. So this is, again, pretty big. I think it might be bigger than the one we just came out of. So then if we cross the Brandywine Bridge, we're crossing the Brandywine River, which runs through all the way to north to Numinous, pretty much. I've explored most of the Shire. So then we get to Buckland, where we pretty much ended off yesterday. Thank you, Gandalf. So one thing that we didn't show yesterday is Brandy Hall, which is the mansion of the Brandybucks and Tukes in Buckland. And Nickrell the King is here. He's the founder of the server. Yeah. He's the one who's doing the mapping for the new world and did the one for this one. Tell him what we're doing.
What?
Tell Nick that we're... Well, actually, no, you don't have to tell him. I guess ask him if he wants to say anything about the server. If I can find Brandy Hall. I found it yesterday. So this is Brandy Hall here. This is the estate of the Brandybucks, such as Meriadoc in the Lord of the Rings. So, this is Brandy Hall. Where are you? We're showcasing the server.
I'm at Philibert Middleholt's farm.
The what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, don't TP me it. I'm gonna show Brandy Hall.
Alright.
So Brandy Hall is probably the largest hobbit hole, even though it's a hobbit hole. It's definitely the largest one in size that we've built, but it's kind of empty. It's kind of empty as of now, but we will be adding more stuff to it.
Right.
We're pretty much done with the Shire. We've been focusing more on, like, Rovanian and all that kind of stuff.
So where's Rovanian?
Rovanian is like Dale, Long Lake, Mirkwood. Mirkwood.
Yeah, that's sort of stuff.
Erebor, all that stuff.
Let's something else. Come on. I will build a great, great wall and make Mexico pay for it. What he's going to say. I'll get you.
Small loan of $6 billion, as he would say.
I had it tough.
It wasn't easy for me. I had a tough life. My father only gave me a small loan of $1 million. So this is Buckleberry, and if you leave this, again, we go into the... This actually goes north of the old forest. Oh, that's true. Yeah, what?
This is the old forest.
Where? Yeah, the forest, but then the road goes north of it. So 42,500 by 38,000 blocks.
That's big.
Yep.
I think it's a bit bigger than we have now, but it's going to be the entirety of Middle Earth.
Yeah, we're not going to have Harad. Maybe in the future, but not in this upcoming map.
Oh, here we go. Well, yeah, that's a pretty big area.
Yeah.
We're probably going to have to create some of our own cities to fill in south of Umbar, because we really don't get an idea.
Yeah, I mean, Umbar is pirates, like pirate cities, pirate ports. And anyway, I think it'd be good to add in our own farms and cities to fill in space and make the server better.
Yeah, like Skyrim or something.
Yeah, I forgot the name of this island in the Brandywine, but if we follow the Brandywine north, we can see. Hey,
show the Bonzor?
I wanted to ask you this. Do you know who Axe is?
Oh, Aximili. He did all the skins.
Oh, he has a home in the Shire, not too far away from the Brandywine.
Yeah, he really wanted to. That. So if we go south, or north, we reach this old city called Bondor. It's a ruin.
Wait, where?
Here, I'll just teleport.
I teleported.
I think it's a ways away.
Yeah, this is like an old Arnorian city. Is this the Brandywine?
Yes.
Okay. So this is an Arnorian city that wasn't too far away from the Shire. The Brandywine eventually goes into Anuminous. Into Evendon by Anuminous. So this is Bondor, the ruins of Bondor, an old Arnorian city. And we'll be showing more in-depth of Arnor in another upcoming episode. So then, there was another city along here. So if you do Axe, if you go to Axe's house and you go east, so then if you follow the river for a while, you come to a strange place. I don't know what this is.
Here.
Gandalf, I'll show you in a sec, once I reach it. I have a waypoint set to it, but I just wanna... So, Gandalf, teleport to me. So this... Do you know what this is? It goes into this... It has this valley, and this river goes on for a long ways. But it goes into this town surrounded by trees.
Oh, this was a... this is a city in... oh, God. It's in that game, Battlefront? No, not Battlefront. But anyway, it's a Hobbit city that was burnt to the ground by the Uruk-hai in one of the campaigns in one of those types of games.
In Lotro?
What?
In Lord of the Rings Online?
Yeah.
Okay. By the Uruk-hai? Or the...
Yeah, I think it was. Either that or Goblins.
Yeah, it's probably goblins is what I think.
But this is a good example of a city that wasn't in either the books or in the movies. It's one of those. We take it from a lot of sources. We take it from the books, from the appendices, from games, whatever we can fit and makes sense, we'll put in here.
And then we have another entrance to the maze here, which I kind of messed up the other day. There was a ton of permadirt, so I tried to cover it up with the grass blocks, but this goes into the massive maze that I talked about. And the maze has many openings that I found. I knew about the one entrance in Oak Barton, but I've found a lot more entrances on my own. So this maze goes for a long way. It's not a maze as much, mostly just a pathwork of tunnels that goes to the Shire. So do you think there's anything else in the Shire that we should show?
Did we show, no, I think we're good, actually.
Oh, we can show these. So in the north of the Shire, there's Shire Moors, which are basically tall mountains in the Shire. And they get taller as we get closer to Annuminus in the north. But there's somewhere around here, there's a ton of high mountains. I think these might be what I was talking about.
The Barrow Down. We didn't show the Barrow Down.
Yeah, okay. So where we ended up yesterday in Tom Bombadil's house. If we ended up in Tom Bombadil's house, Tom Bombadil's house is close to the Barrow Downs. The Barrow Downs are an ancient site that is haunted by ghosts of the spirits of the ancient. There are raids. There's raids in here, but I don't know for sure. Do you know the history of the place?
So these are raids of the kings of, I think it's either Angmar or
I think it's both, from the spoils of the war between Angmar and Arnor.
Yeah, but this goes back, way back.
Yeah.
Second page, at least.
Yep.
When Portus and Annuminus was still active.
So these go into pits, which are haunted by wraiths, which we can't see yet, but hopefully someday. We'll have more detail in these. Some of them are far more detailed than this, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And then, since these are just holes, some will be detailed, some won't be. It'll depend. And then this goes to, I believe it goes to another Arnorian ruin is somewhere around here, which goes near Bree.
What's the northern Elvish city that we made?
The which one?
It's the one covered in vines.
Numinous?
No.
Fornost.
It's like Linden no, it's somewhere in Linden.
In Linden?
Yeah.
All the way. Wait, Linden's west of the Blue Mountains, though.
Yeah.
Wait, we made a city there?
Well, we didn't make it. It's sort of on the border between Arnor and Linden.
There's Michael Delving.
It's like
Lynn here? So as you can see, this pit is much more detailed. And it's hard to get through here because of these vines. Because by default, you climb up them, which is, I guess, something that we might want to fix. But that also makes it harder for people to get in. So there's a ton of vines, pits in here. And it goes down even more. Not surprisingly. To, I assume, a tomb. To an end. At least going up is easier. So then this in here goes to like a tomb area. I'll get night vision for you guys so you can see better. TVP is the abbreviation for the server. So here we have another pit. Another pit, another barrow hole. This one looks like an Arnorian king.
Saren! That's what it was. You can show them Saren.
Slash web Saren. I've never heard of this one. Oh yeah, this is the other day I saw this city and asked what it was. So this is Saren. Do you want to talk about the history of this place? Or, Gandalf, do you think we should save this one for the Arnor episode?
Oh, but it'd be a good stopping point,
Okay.
Uh,
I think we should end it at the top of this tower. Because we can talk about this in Arnor, and we're going to go to... Next episode, we're probably going to go to Bree and Archet and Combe, and then go to Weathertop. Or we could cover Arnor first. I think that'd be better.
I think we should save it for last.
Okay.
But anyway, so basic history of Arnor. Arnor was the kingdom of Nen after the fall of Numenor in the Second Age, and it was very large, and it came in conflict with another kingdom, the kingdom of Angmar, which is what the Witch King was from.
Yep.
So they fought a very long time ago, and the kingdom of Angmar and Arnor both fell in the conflict, and the Dunedain are the Dunedain are what Aragorn's the chief of the Dunedain. So anyway, so there's a lot of ruins from these two ancient kingdoms, and
yep.
I don't think we've done anything in Angmar, but we do have a lot of Arnorian ruins,
yep.
such as Illuminus and Forest. And this isn't one of them. This is
I mean, this isn't a major Arnorian ruin. It was once a city of men ruined during the war.
This is Linden. This is part of Linden.
Oh, okay.
So Linden is the Northern Elves. And
the High Elves.
The High Elves, yeah.
And it does sound elvish.
There are the Noldor and the I'm drawing a blank again. But anyway, so there are various races of elves, and these elves are closely related to the ones in Rivendell.
They're just Noldoran. The Sindar and all them are in the east.
Ah, thank you. And this city was abandoned a long time ago as they slowly started to migrate back to Valar, which you saw in movies. So this is one of those cities that was abandoned.
Okay. Gandalf, I think we gotta end it here. I think this video is getting pretty long.
Alright.
But, so, anyway, that's all we got for today. So today we covered pretty much the rest of the Shire. Well, next time we might do Arnor, or as Gandalf said, we might save that for last and go straight to Bree. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll leave the link to the server website and page on Planet Minecraft, as well as the IP in the description. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.